Far away from Spain, in Mesopotamia, or modern-day Turkey, the Muslim Turks recaptured the city of Edessa in 1144. As a result, Pope Eugene III called for the Second Crusade. While most knights went to the Middle East to join the Holy Roman Emperor Conrad III and Louis VII of France, a fleet of 200 ships from England had to go around France and Iberia to get to the Middle East. When they stopped at Porto in the newly created Kingdom of Portugal, they were convinced by the king to besiege and liberate the prosperous city of Lisbon from the Moors. The siege started on July 1st, 1147, with a coalition of English, German, and Portuguese armies. Raoul, an English eyewitness, wrote a report of all subsequent events. When he first saw Lisbon, he wrote in his chronicle, "At the time of our arrival, the city consisted of 60,000 families paying taxes. The city was populous beyond what can be readily believed." The Christian army was equipped with very good catapults and siege towers. In addition, the Christians began to dig under the walls of the city. After 4 months, on October the 16th, the Germans were finally able to place mines under the walls. 5 days later, the Muslims asked for peace terms, which were granted. This siege marked a turning point in the history of Portugal. Lisbon eventually would become the capital of the kingdom. Meanwhile, in Castilla and León, Alfonso VII died in 1157 while returning from an expedition against the Muslims. He divided his kingdom between his two sons. Sancho III got Castilla and Fernando II got León. This time saw the rise of the Spanish militia leader Sancho Jiménez, who participated in at least 25 battles against the Moors as captain of the militias of Avila. He was known for his relentless attacks in Muslim-controlled territory and continuously frustrated the Almohads. The Almohad chronicler Ibn Sahib al-Salah said of him, "He made the Muslims drink a bitter cup of suffering." In 1173, as he was returning from one of his raids near Sevilla, having obtained 50,000 sheep, 1,200 cows, and 150 Moorish slaves, he was attacked and defeated by an Almohad unit. The Moors then decapitated him and displayed his head at the city gate. It is also during this time that uniquely Spanish military religious orders were created, with the Pope's approval, specifically for the crusade against the Muslims. The two main ones were the Order of Calatrava and the Order of Santiago, named after St. James the Apostle, the special patron of Christian Spain. The Order of Calatrava was founded at the Castle of Calatrava by St. Raymond of Fitero as a military branch of the Cistercians and was confirmed by Pope Alexander III in 1164. The Order of Santiago was founded in 1170 with the purpose to fight the Moors and to protect pilgrims on their way to the shrine of Santiago de Compostela. This order still exists today under the protection of the Spanish crown. Meanwhile, in León, Fernando II was king, and his reign was most notable for his conquest of Alcantara in 1166 and of Badajoz in 1169, as well as for his important support for the Order of Santiago. Although he was often engaged in hostilities with the new Portuguese kingdom, he came to their rescue when the Almohads tried to invade the city of Santarém in 1184. Fernando II died in 1188 and was succeeded by his son Alfonso IX, an ambitious king who sought to modernize and expand León at the expense of Castilla and other Christian kingdoms. To further this end, Alfonso IX allied himself with the Muslim Almohads against Castilla. As a result, Pope Celestine III excommunicated him. Although Alfonso did not share the same religious fervor as other kings, he was a visionary man for his time. The year he became king, he summoned the first parliament, called Cortes of León, showing the first fullest representation of citizens ever seen in Western Europe, predating that of the Parliament of England, which convened around 20 years later. This historic event in León is viewed by many historians as instrumental to the formation of parliaments across Europe. Alfonso also founded the University of Salamanca, one of the oldest universities in Europe. However, the refusal of this visionary king to cooperate with the Pope and the Crusade saw the decline of León as a leader of Christian Spain and the rise of Castilla and Aragon, who were both allies to each other.